they're all here. There has to be another reason. Hal, what were you thinking? Yeah, I can't possibly jump this many homeless people. I won't risk it. I could jump 2 homeless people, maybe 3. But asking me to jump this many is asking me to risk my life, Hal. I don't want you to jump that retard.
Spare some change? No, sorry, I don't have any change.
Why did they change ragdolls in Ark Survival Ascended? You may have noticed.
No, I'm gonna keep them.
playing the game that both players and dinos act wildly different when dying or going unconscious compared to Ark Survival Evolved. See, in the first game, their ragdolls are pretty much like spaghetti, bendy and goofy, and they just kind of stretched all over the place. But in Ark Survival Ascended, they seem to use Control Ridge, which makes them a lot more stiff and more like a loose action figure that has a whole lot of rocks weighing them down. I mean, just look at how fast my Tri-Bat hits the ground when I drop him. So yeah, why did they change ragdolls in Ark Survival Ascended? You may have noticed.
These are some landlocked countries with navies. Firstly, Bolivia has a navy because it used to have a coastline before Chile decided to take it in 1879. 145 years later, Bolivia is still salty about this defeat and maintains a navy to symbolize its will to take back the coast. Mongolia is as landlocked as it gets, but it still has a navy with 7 personnel, and one of them even knows how to swim. Anyways, this navy operates on Lake Kovsgol to transport oil. These are some landlocked countries with navies. Firstly, Bolivia has a navy because it used to have a coastline before Chile decided to take it in 1879. 145 years later, Bolivia is still salty about this defeat and maintains a navy to symbolize its will to take back the coast. Mongolia is as landlocked as it gets, but it still has a navy with 7 personnel, and one of them even knows how to swim. Anyways, this navy operates on Lake Kovsgol to transport oil. These are some landlocked countries with navies. Firstly, Bolivia has a navy because it used to have a coastline before Chile decided to take it in 1879. 145 years later, Bolivia is still salty about this defeat and maintains a navy to symbolize its will to take back the coast.
With the rising electricity rates across Australia, it's no wonder that everybody's feeling the pinch this year.
Spare change, please. Joe, what happened to you? I got scammed and lost all my money.
How did you get scammed?
I forgot. But I do know that we are now $33 trillion in debt. Let's ask Mr. Beast for some help.
I got one item for you, Joe. This ice cream cone or this penny.
What does the penny do, Mr. Beast?
It doubles every day for 90 days.
Pick that one, Joe. We can pay off the $33 trillion.
Not now, Orange. What does the ice cream do, Mr. Beast?
It's one of a kind. The rarest of its kind.
What does it do?
All your debts are paid, and Obama and Trump will be homeless as a result.
The answer is obvious.
Yeah, give me the ice cream, Mr. Beast. No, Joe.
Fuck you, Joe.
I want to spend some time with you guys. Can we take it back?
Too late, here you go.
Thanks, Mr. Beast. Spare chicken.
Ah, désolé.
SpongeBob has a magical thumbs up, which brightens everyone's mood. On his gazillionth thumbs up, they randomly break, and after an emotional episode, they fall to the ground. This doctor tells SpongeBob he might never use his thumbs again. Also, SpongeBob can no longer flip patties, so Patrick is hired instead. Now, SpongeBob becomes dangerously depressed, fueled by the fact that he can't open this peanut butter jar. In an encouraging moment, SpongeBob picks himself up and retrains his thumbs in this banger montage, even playing a video game that's hooked to this guy's cardiovascular system. To get his job back, he wins Patrick in a thumb war, bringing positivity and happiness to the Krusty Krab. Also, their thumbs rocket off their hands and explode. SpongeBob.
Guys with you. This engineer shot the chef in the middle of his kitchen. In fact, this engineer is a master of the art of optimizing things. So when he saw the chef cutting his tomatoes one by one, he had a genius idea. He asked the chef to stop and found a method that would save him a lot of time. At that moment, he took out this big knife and the chef let him take his place. In the tomato container, he took a large plate, filled it perfectly, and placed some tomatoes all over the plate everywhere. He then took a second plate and put it on the tomatoes. Then, with his first hand, he pressed down, and with his second, look, he cut right through the middle. As a result, look at the outcome. All of the tomatoes are cut in one go. And look at the chef's reaction. He is in absolute shock.
If you just agree with him, you can build another one and usher in a whole new era of science.
And live in a world of 72 original Star Treks? I don't think so. I don't want to live in that world.
God, these guys are such geek dumbasses. I know. Yeah, they don't even realize that the Menagerie originally was the pilot, later got split up into 2 episodes. The dumbasses? Wait a minute, I've got it.
What?
Dude, if you guys build another time machine, you can travel back in time and ask the creator of Star Trek how many episodes there were.
Dear Jesus, you're right.
This is it.
The Tree of Insight. You must go in and face what lives inside.
What lives inside?
Hell, if I know, I wouldn't go in there.
Oh, righty. Well, what? Well, there's nothing in here but an ex...
If you just agree with him.
Everybody destroy Mr. Beast Park. Help is on. Everybody destroy Mr. Beast.
Nuclear Gandhi is the most hilarious glitch in gaming history. But what if I told you this glitch is completely made up? In Civilization, every leader was assigned an aggression rating between 1 and 10. And since Gandhi was a pacifist leader, he was assigned a rating of 1. But whenever a country adopted democracy, its leader's aggression rating automatically went down by 2 points. Since there was no way of reading a value from -1, this caused an overflow error, due to which Gandhi's rating ended up going to the opposite end of the spectrum, thereby giving birth to a highly aggressive Gandhi, whose solution for every problem is nuclear weapons. But according to the autobiography of the creator of the game, Sid Meier, this was all a lie fabricated by an internet troll who was annoyed that Gandhi nuked him. Meier claimed that there was no way that such a glitch could have happened in the game. But real or not, this glitch led to one of the most famous memes in gaming history with incredible made-up Gandhi quotes. Nuclear Gandhi is the most hilarious glitch in gaming history. But what if I told you this glitch is completely made up? In Civilization, every leader was assigned an aggression rating between 1 and 10. And since Gandhi was a pacifist leader, he was assigned a rating of 1. But whenever a country adopted democracy, its leader's aggression rating automatically went down by 2 points. Since there was no way of reading a value from -1, this caused an overflow error, due to which Gandhi's rating ended up going to the opposite end of the spectrum. Thereby,
He's aware.
unrip with D. Now without limit.
Tastes like liberty, like love, with a bun of sesame.
Guys, you won't believe what I had for breakfast this morning.
I think we already know, Joe. Yeah, we all know it was ice cream.
No, guys, it wasn't ice cream.
Guys, shut it. I want to start with the lesson.
I had some Taco Bell, but now I have to go to the toilet every 5 minutes.
Oh, God, this is going to be fun.
5 minutes later.
And that's why 5 + 5 = 10.
Angela, may I go to the toilet, please?
Oh God, now the funny part begins.
No, Joe. The break starts in 20 minutes.
But Angela, it's a boy thing.
A boy thing?
Yeah, a boy thing.
That only works for girls, Joe.
Oh, come on. When Margaret says that, it works.
I don't know what you're talking about, Joe.
Damn, I really need to go.
Another 5 minutes later.
All right. Does anyone know what 10 + 10?
No, I don't.
Yeah, me neither.
And what about you, Joe?
Can I please just go to the toilet? It's an emergency.
It's not an emergency, Joe. And the break is in 15 minutes.
But I'm afraid I can't hold it any longer.
Oh, no, he's already turning red.
Again, 5 minutes later.
Okay, Angela, I really need to go now.
Stop asking, Joe, or else you're staying during the break.
Just let him go, Angela. Otherwise, he's going to shit himself again.
No, absolutely not.
Ah! Take cover! Guys, you won't believe
Bro, I had severe diarrhea.
No, Joe.
Yeah, we all know it was ice cream.
No, guys, it wasn't ice cream.
Guys, shut it. I want to start with the lesson.
I had some Taco Bell, but now I have to go to the toilet every 5 minutes.
Oh, God, this is going to be fun.
5 minutes later.
And that's why 5 + 5.
Damn, I just randomly dropped
May I
them.
go to the toilet, please?
Oh God, now the funny part begins.
No, Joe. The break starts in 20 minutes.
But Angela, it's a boy thing.
A boy thing?
Yeah, a boy thing.
That only works for girls, Joe.
Oh, come on. When Margaret says that, it works.
I don't know what you're talking about, Joe.
Damn, I really need to go.
Another 5 minutes later.
All right. Does anyone know what 10 + 10?
No, I don't.
Yeah, me neither.
And what about you, Joe?
Can I please just go to the toilet? It's an emergency.
It's not an emergency, Joe. And the break is in 15 minutes.
But I'm afraid I can't hold it any longer.
Oh, no, he's already turning red.
Again, 5 minutes later.
Okay, Angela, I really need to go now.
Stop asking, Joe, or else you're staying during the break.
Just let him go, Angela. Otherwise, he's going to shit himself again.
No, absolutely not.
Ah!
Take cover!
Guys, you won't believe what I had for breakfast.
These are the top 5 fruits that grow in my backyard. Number 5 is Cecropia. This fruit is also known as gummy worm fruit, and it tastes like figs and mashed kiwi. Number 4 is papaya. There's nothing like a homegrown papaya. So sweet. Number 3 is Roxburgh fig. This is a wild jungle fig that tastes like raspberry jam. Just look at that color. Number 2 is praying hands banana. Praying hand bananas have a unique flavor and a unique shape. All of the fingers are fused together and the flavor is like marshmallows. And now the best for last, sprouted coconuts at number 1. We have mature coconut trees that are constantly producing sprouted coconuts. Look at that spongy interior, it's like nothing else. And when you dip it inside of the emulsified fat, amazing. These are the top 5 fruit.
This is Spain's empty donut. You see, 90% of Spain's total population lives outside this donut void on an area representing 30% of Spain's total land. As Spain was once ruling the seas, it is easy to understand why the population is grouped around the big cities on the coast. But there are two exceptions, Madrid and Zaragoza, which make the empty center of Spain look like a donut. The donut area is bigger than the area of countries like Romania, Hungary, and Moldova combined. The population density inside the donut is just 18 people per square kilometer, which is comparable to the population density in Finland. But what's more interesting is this area here called Serrania Celtiberica, with a population density of 8 people per square kilometer. Although
Mr. Krabs converts the Krusty Krab into a pets-only restaurant. That's because when the health inspector arrives, he says Mr. Krabs has to choose between people and pets. And believe it or not, he chooses to profit from pets, leaving his paying customers one option, eating at the chum bucket. Suddenly, they all dress up as their pets to trick Mr. Krabs and eat some delicious Krabby Patties. Instead, it causes absolute chaos. In a plot twist, the very same health inspector was in on the fight, and he confesses that both pets and people in the same restaurant is okay. Then, the fire hazard inspector arrives, and after all that, shuts down the Krusty Krab for being over capacity. Mr. Krabs converts the Krusty Krab into a pets-only restaurant. That's because when the health inspector arrives, he says Mr. Krabs has to choose between people and pets.
You're both guys are killed.
What the hell is this? This isn't the 45 I ordered. Somebody's gonna get bitched at today. Yeah, customer service? You guys messed up my order. I specifically requested a nickel-plated Colt 45. Instead, you sent me this cheapy, beefy, Fisher-Price-ass toy.
Guess I don't need a sitter anymore.
I'll take an entire pallet.
What do cats really think about us? Do they see us as their caregivers, roommates, or just more cats? According to cat researcher John Bradshaw, cats actually see us as part of their own kind, albeit a different type. Even though we're bigger, slower, and less nimble than them, in their eyes, we're still part of their feline world. Cats, known for their independence in the wild, don't necessarily respect us just because we provide them with food and a place to live. Instead, they see us as members of their social circle. This means they might sometimes try to hunt and take care of us, similar to how...
She was close. Hunter, what's going on right now?
Getting shot at by single-shot Freddy.
Who's that?
I have a feeling he's a blind Afghan man somewhere between the ages of 60 and 75 years old. And he likes to scare the shit out of us with these single shots that he takes. We're getting real close, so we're all hiding right now.
How come you think he's blind?
Well, because he doesn't anything yet.
Alright, class, and
Peter, that's disgusting. Here, spit in this cup instead. Oh, there's my apple juice. Stewie, wait, don't...
Dirty Bubble was doing his thing when the police capture him and lock him up, but the day of his release has arrived, and we see that he is now clean. He arrives at the Krusty Krab, and Mr. Krabs hires him as a cleaner.
Hey, I did it! I got dirty and I didn't turn evil. Oh, I must be cured. Scraping up filth from between every crack. I'm the Dirty Bubble.
But he becomes Dirty Bubble again, and SpongeBob sees him and cleans him without wanting to. Mr. Krabs sends him to clean the toilets, and he becomes bad again, but SpongeBob cleans him again, but Patrick arrives and stains him, thus becoming Dirty Bubble and escaping. He is doing his thing when SpongeBob arrives to clean him, but this time it does not work and captures SpongeBob. He starts to drink water, but SpongeBob absorbs him and...
Stop that rhyme!
Dirty Bubble was doing his thing when the police capture him and lock him up, but the day of his release has arrived, and we see that he is now clean. He arrives at the Krusty Krab, and Mr. Krabs hires him.
Please stop using our discount bundle. This buy 3.
Next. Oh my god. Buddy.
Hey, behind me.
Known as Peacemaker.
The last person to leave the room with Mark Zuckerberg wins $1 million.
Oh, what? Damn. This is probably the hardest challenge you've ever given us.
All of you can step foot in this padded room. The door will be closed and the 3 of you will be placed in the room with only Zuckerberg to keep you company.
Can I just hit him until he's unconscious?
No, you cannot touch Mark, and you have to respond to what he says positive.
Live in the future now. Missing Target stores in USA. They are installing these robots.
It's the end of the year, 1999, and all of Springfield is waiting to celebrate a Happy New Year. Reunited in the Simpsons house, Homer's friends ask if he debugged all the plans' computers from the Y2K glitch, which Homer says yes. So reminds him that a single faulty computer could corrupt every computer in the world, and he tells her not to worry. New Year's comes, and turns out Homer was lying all along because he didn't fix his plant computer, and the Y2K glitch infects every electronic on Earth, unleashing chaos. Everyone in Springfield starts looting stores and destroying the city, and electronic appliances self-destroy or cause harm to people. Since discover a letter informing Krusty that he was selected for Operation Exodus, which would take every important person on Earth on a spaceship to repopulate Mars. They take the letter and go to the line, and they discover that Lisa is on the list to leave. She is told to select only one parent to join her on Mars, and she chooses Marge. Homer and Bart discover that a second spaceship is leaving Earth, and they sneak in. They discover that it is full of annoying celebrities like Rosie O'Donnell or Tom Arnold. However, they're not heading to Mars. They're going to the sun. Before spending one more second with the annoying people, they both eject from the spaceship and die with dignity and release. It's the end of the year, 1999, and all of Springfield is waiting to celebrate a happy... Reunited in the Simpsons house, Homer's friends ask if he debugged all the plant's computers from the Y2K glitch, to which Homer says yes. Lisa reminds him that a single faulty computer could corrupt every computer in the world, and he tells her not to worry. 2 years come, and turns out Homer was lying all along because he didn't fix his plant computer, and the Y2K glitch of manicure machines.
This is not what you think.
Victory is here.
Maritime security barriers have one job: to prevent unauthorized boats from getting in. These boats could be used as weapons, and the U.S. Navy learned this the hard way during an incident in 2000 when a suicide boat packed with explosives blew up next to USS Cole, killing 17 sailors, injuring 39 others, and damaging the ship. Since then, the U.S. Navy began investigating it.
With the rising electricity rates across Australia, it's no wonder that everybody's feeling the pinch this year. If you want a way to drastically reduce your energy bill and be eligible for up to $5,200 of federal government solar rebate.
The enemy's getting closer to victory.
Half an eye, bitch. But his plane is OP.
SpongeBob encounters this vendor, and he offers him some long pants, and SpongeBob buys them. At the Krusty Krab, SpongeBob impresses everyone with them, even this woman.
Is that my daddy? I wish.
Mr. Krabs sees him with the new pants and switches him with Squidward. Later, SpongeBob, seeing his pants get stained, decides to leave the Krusty Krab to find something better. He finds employment at an elegant restaurant. A high society fish hires him and takes him to his home. SpongeBob sees the trailer for his movie, and when he invites them, they decline and take him to another place. He meets Squidward and gets him fired. He follows him and meets the guys. They invite him to watch the other movie, but he can't enter with the long pants, so Mr. Krabs cuts them.
Sorry about the big spoil.
It's okay.
SpongeBob encountered.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head? Mama, who's that man in our picture? Oh, honey, that's your father. You don't remember your father? Oh, yeah.
Actually, my grandfather, he was a part of D-Day, and he helped liberate Holland. Mike
Sleeping at night can waste
what a callback! This is the very human guy.
This wakefulness-assisted bag.
Okay.
The design is very human.
No, I
when
bet
the
it is.
system detects that we are asleep, it will wake us up automatically, so we won't waste so much time. Very easy to use.
He stuffed them in a freezer? I guess.
God damn it, Alfred! I thought I told you to kill all the remaining human servants.
Master Robin, we are company.
Oh, fuck. You're early, General Nick Fury. Damn it, General! Welcome to the Robin's Nest. Not only am I the architect and engineer of this awesome dystopian society, I am also a collector. And now, you and Ivy will be the newest additions to my menagerie.
Oh, shit, I used to check your Halloween candy for anthrax. All right, Robin, I held up my end of the bargain. Now hand it over. You sold us out? For a bag of fucking dirt! We call it unobtainium, mother. Oh, fuck off.
Wow, stats like that wins you a spot in the trophy case. Next got Kite Man. Restrain me. We deserve answers.
You don't deserve shit.
God damn it, Alfred. I thought I told you to kill all the...
serving. Master Robin, we are company.
You're early, General Nick Fury. Damn it, General! Welcome to the Robin's Nest. Not only am I the architect and engineer of this awesome dystopian society, I am also a collector. And now, you and Ivy will be the newest additions to my menagerie.
Oh, shit, I used to check your Halloween candy for anthrax. All right, Robin, I held up my end of the bargain. Now hand it over. You sold us out? For a bag of fucking dirt! We call it unobtainium, mother. Oh, fuck off.
Wow, sass like that wins you a spot in the trophy case. Next got Kite Man. Restrain me.
Is Too Good To Go worth it? So to prevent food waste, Too Good To Go allows you to buy food from restaurants at the end of the day for a fraction of the price. But the catch is you don't know what you're gonna get. So I stopped by 2 restaurants to see if it was too good to be true. First stop was Murphy's Door Cafe. I paid $6.52 for 3 empanadas that would usually cost $18. That's about a third of the price, so pretty good. Next, I went to my favorite pizza spot, Two Boots. And I paid $5.43 for 3 slices of pizza that would usually cost $6 each. This was honestly a steal because look how big these slices are. I think it's worth it, but what do you think? Is Too Good To Go worth it?
College. Oh, you're sleeping. But 1 hour until we half an hour until we break our fast. Your fault until you break our fast. Okay, here's a heads up. Do you want a cut hanger? No. Keep your mouth zipped. Well. Oh, shit, sorry. Yeah.
To prevent food waste, Too Good To Go allows you to buy food from restaurants at the end of the day for a...
Squib is aware of... SpongeBob is very excited because it's... Sonic Sunday! He immediately begins to crash the car, causing Mrs. Puff to inflate. We're airborne! Mrs. Puff will never be the same, inducing a violent reaction. What are you doing? Later, when she awakes, SpongeBob attempts to take her home when they encounter the...
Casualties from this week's Demolition Derby.
Giving Mrs. Puff an idea on how to finally be rid of SpongeBob forever. She tells him that entering the Derby will get an extra credit. Here I come. SpongeBob's first victim drives into his mouth. Soon after, he's the catalyst of a car accident. He then performs a WWE finisher. Mrs. Puff has seen enough, so she takes things into her own hands. They end up back at boating school, and it doesn't go so well. You're all hookey again. SpongeBob is very excited because it's...
This is the oldest Fortnite player in the world, Grumpy Gran in 1948. She's 75 and streams Fortnite every single day.
Hey, hold still. Has anybody ever given you a hug?
She's very wholesome and hilarious.
Are you lost? You can round in circles. I'm Grumpy Gran. I've been streaming Fortnite for over 3 years.
Let's get a win. Let's get a good win.
You've got a lovely voice.
Thank you.
Suspect number 2, he's the one who raped me.
All right, all but number 2 are free to leave. Ma'am, I know that you're going through a difficult time right now, but I just have a few more questions. Are you planning to vote tomorrow?
What?
Are you aware that Lois Griffin has a plan to cut property tax in half over the next 3 years?
What does that have to do with what happened to me?
Well, you say number 2 did it. Maybe I say I smell alcohol on your breath.
You can't do that!
Sounds like Lois Griffin can count on your vote.
Suspect...
Guys with huge eye bags, probably...
China Fix Everything Part 6. Are you sure diamonds made in China are real? This man explains his factory can make 5 yuan diamonds that look, shines, and feels like real ones. Carat for carat, it also passes the testing. This is a podcast from China instead of clearing the road, letting people stuck go home for the new year. year, they had Taco Bell and a screwdriver. Care to eat some eggplants from China? They get a chemical bath first to keep them fresh for longer. How about styrofoam houses? Remember, totally direct construction. A new building used styrofoam with a layer of concrete to build walls. Yes, you can use styrofoam, but not if it crumbles like that. And if it's a large complex in China, it's quite dangerous. Or how about just where you want to pour from a water kettle that all falls apart? China big.
What does a 10,000 RPM autocannon look like? Nope, that's only 5,000 RPM. This one is 10,000. It's called the AK-630M2, and it stacks two of those turrets in the first clip on top of each other to achieve this feat. What does a 10,000...
What was the most brutal rejection you ever received? What was the most brutal rejection you ever received? When I was an undergraduate at university, I stayed off campus at a mixed females and males commune. There were 3 girls and 5 guys. 2 of the girls stayed in the room beside mine on the left, while the other was in the opposite. Living in a house with both guys and girls meant that eventually we were going to be attracted to one another, naturally. In fact, the guy who was staying in the room to the right of mine was dating one of the girls. However, for some time, they were constantly fighting. I fell for the girl who lived on the left. I tried by all means for 2 weeks to pretend that I didn't have a crush on her. Partially, I didn't have the courage.
Mm.